If you're running ads to get high net worth clients for your financial firm, I can almost guarantee without a shadow of a doubt that this one mistake you're probably making is costing you 2 to 10 times the amount to get a booked call, as opposed to if you fix this one mistake, which I'm going to cover right now in this video. And if we haven't met, my name is Daniel Schulte. I started this YouTube channel to help you attract and acquire wealthy clients on a predictable basis. Now, before I tell you exactly what this mistake is, it's important to know how these platforms and these algorithms work. Specifically, if you're running ads on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, to get clients, then this one mistake, like I said, could be costing you a ton of money. Basically, the way that the algorithms work is that they want you to get whatever it is that you want. So if you hop on there and you're like, hey, I want my ad to be seen by as many people as possible, then Facebook's gonna go out and it's gonna show your ad to as many people as possible. If you wanna say, hey, I wanna get as many clicks as possible, it's gonna show it to the people who are most likely to click on that ad. With that being said, you could get 10 million clicks to a website or a landing page and not a single person could opt in. On the flip side, you could also say, hey, I want to get as many leads as possible, and it may not show it to that many people. It may not even get that many clicks, but you're going to have the lowest possible lead cost. So the big mistake that advertisers make is that it tells the platform they want to get leads as opposed to wanting to get booked calls. And I'll show you an actual case study on my screen here in a second. But just think about it this way. If you go on and you're setting up your Facebook campaign and you say, hey, Facebook, I want to generate as many leads as possible. There's a ton of people who go and submit their information that have no intention of actually booking a call. And especially if you promote some type of lead magnet like a free download or a PDF or a free video, there's going to be a ton of people that request that information and become a lead that never end up booking a call with you. However, if you take that exact same funnel, and like I said, I'll show you the stats here in a second. If you take that exact same funnel and you say, hey, I'm going to run this lead magnet, but instead of telling Facebook that I want leads, I want booked calls instead, then what's going to happen is that it's going to take the exact same ad and the exact same funnel, and it's going to start to put those in front of people who are more likely to book calls as opposed to people who are more likely to just download the information. And so what ends up happening is you may see the amount of leads go down. However, you see the amount of booked calls increase as a result. So with that being said, let's take a look on the computer so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is an example of one of my clients that I work with, and you can see that I like to test my theories. So I know for a fact that I'm gonna get booked calls, a better cost per booked call if I just tell Facebook that I want more appointments scheduled. However, I like to test it every once in a while. And so with this specific campaign, you can see that I went in and I said, hey, Facebook, I wanna go for the most completed registrations, which is leads, possible. And so we can see that I'm getting a pretty decent lead cost, right? I'm getting leads for $30 a pop. And of those 13 leads that we got from this specific campaign, 3 ended up becoming booked calls. So that's like, less than 30%. Let's just call it 25%. And you can see that the cost per appointment was $131. However, in this one, I didn't change anything about the funnel. Even the ad creative is the exact same thing. The difference is that I told Facebook, hey, I'm gonna run it, and instead of going for leads, I wanna go for booked calls. Now, in this scenario, you can see that we got a higher, and I ended up putting more budget towards this one, but in the initial test, the numbers were pretty much the exact same. So the cost per lead was like twice as much. You can see that it literally costs twice as much to get a single lead. But of the leads, we had like 75% of those people end up booking calls without us even having to do any manual follow-up. This was just like straight through the funnel. And so you can see that the actual cost per appointment was less compared to when we optimized for leads. So this was another client that we worked with in a consulting capacity, and same concept. You can see that the campaign's off right now. However, they were running this for a really long time because at the offset, right, you can see that this cost per lead looks like a really good cost per lead. But out of the 138 leads that they were able to get at $10 a pop, only 2 of those people ended up booking a call, and it ended up costing them like $700 just to get one call. Now give me 1 second, I'm gonna switch over to the other campaign. Now, if we take a look at this campaign was actually optimized for booked calls. And you can see, don't pay attention to this cost per lead right here. This was actually a little bit of a mess up. I think they originally had an opt-in page, and then they took the opt-in page out because I told them that they should just send traffic basically straight to the book a call page. And you can see that right here, the cost per appointment is literally 1/10 the amount as opposed to when they were optimizing for leads. Because again, whatever you tell these platforms to do, that's exactly what they're going to help you do. So if you want the most leads possible, you have to be okay with getting the most leads without getting the most bookings. However, if you want a majority of bookings coming through, then you want to go in and tell Facebook, hey, I want to optimize for booked calls. And this doesn't matter if you have just a single VSL page, if you have an opt-in funnel, like it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, again, the algorithm is optimizing for whatever you tell it to do. So as you can see, this is the best way to get more booked calls without spending anything additional on ads. And I can guarantee right now that if you are running paid ads and you aren't using this strategy, you're overpaying anywhere from 2 times to 10 times to get one booked call, as if you just switch it over and said, hey, Facebook, I want to get more booked calls. So if you found this content valuable, again, my name is Daniel Schulte. This channel is specifically geared towards helping you attract and acquire wealthy clients on a predictable basis. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check out this next video.